relationship to music is ancestral. It's in our DNA, I think. It's like coming from our ancestor, the land, the ocean, all the way up through our genealogy. I think like all my family are singers, musicians, dancers. It's when I teach my boys about our culture and music and dance, I'm like, this is our family, this is who we are. That's why we do it. Like, and it's also how we can give to others as well and share our love.
My mum's brother, he is a big part of Samoan culture, actually. He represented Samoan culture all through the 80s and 90s. He's an incredible dancer, and he actually was the first person that my dad met in Samoa, and they developed a friendship, and obviously my dad met his younger sister. When I found out he was in Australia, I just really, we've never done any shows together, so I really felt like it would be a beautiful thing to have him involved. At the same time, I met an old Samoan man named Mac, whose family is like they're song keepers of Samoa. And then I didn't know that they used to hang out together when they were kids. So basically they have all this history. And then another, because we're coming to Adelaide, I have a Samoan friend in Adelaide, Eddie, who's, he's like, the biggest human on the planet. So his dad was in Adelaide too. And his dad happens to know Uncle Mac and Uncle Dominic from that time of Samoa, the same generation.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you the trumpets from the islands. Yay!
Dominic Fonoti Whaangalu. He was one of the superstars back, growing up. It's been like maybe 20 or 25 years since I met up with Dominic.
To have this moment of our life after all these years, especially people like us, we grew up in the entertainment business and sharing Samoan culture, dance and music all over the world. And
they were the first one who doing the entertainment Samoan scene at the hotel, famous hotel of
Aggies.
And his older brothers and father were the main, band that they played the music at that time in the 1970s.
Thinking back now about how my family are all entertainers. Like, I have a big family. I have 8 brothers and 1 sister, and we all danced. We all danced in this, Aggie Grace was family to us. So our family were part of the group, dancing group, teaching and choreographing and, drumming and singing and all that. So, but I never ever thought one of my boys would become a musician. But then, looking back now, I think it was there all along,
I really loved the multiculturalism of this festival. I just thought of what, the story that I could tell. And the story for me is the people. The person that I am is the people that surround me. And so, how can I tell that story of where my music started, from learning Samoan songs to where it is moving, like touring in Brazil or you know, touring around Europe and the people I've met along the way, the different musical influences. Like, it's a really big arc and story, and I really wanted to see if I could put it in a 75-minute show.
We're going to start with the acknowledgement, so we're all going to walk on, including the uncles. All of us will walk on, not mum, sorry, saving the goods. And when we come on, I'll play this sample. And so, uncles, you have a zone. This is your area here. And there'll be microphones and there'll be one parquet, so whoever feels inspired. And I'm going to say here, I'll say my acknowledgement. And then once I finish the acknowledgement, I'll start the G chord and we're going to sing Samoa Sila Sila, yeah?
Music's my best friend. It's been there. Yeah, that's a really good question. But music is my best friend. It's been there with me through everything. It's somebody that I always turn to for company, for solace, for advice, for answers.
It's my soul. It's the one thing that's easily expressed through me. Sometimes it's vibing real good and sometimes it's not, but it's the easiest way for me to let off steam or be happy, express any emotion.
It's a big part of my life. It's what I do for a living, but it's also what I do for leisure. And if I'm not listening to music, I'm playing it, and if I'm not playing it, I'm listening. First thing I do when I wake up is put music on and fall asleep with music on.
My connection to music, it started like very early. Used to go to the beach and used to have this samba group going around the houses and playing for beer. And with my father.
Mom sang in a Samoan choir, and at a very young age we all joined the choir and had to sing a lot of church music. And also my father was a fire knife dancer, so we got to travel around and see his band play. So from an early age, I remember the feeling of the drum and everything happening and just being elated from it.
My mum was dancing with me in her belly like the whole pregnancy, and you know, and I grew up watching, you know, Polynesian drum and songs and dance, and it's together, you know. But for me, I'm just I'm a musician, so I just share the music, and the music. I love people dancing at my shows, and people do, but there is this extra element that, you know, with storytelling and its embodiment. So you have the musical vibrations that we hear, and then the dance that shows that they work together. So, you know, I think like that's very, very Polynesian, but, you know, and the music I make, it isn't Polynesian, it's inspired. So to have, you know, like the women that are dancing are just, they're amazing, and they've got similar stories to me in that we live in, you know, we have multiple cultures. You know, they call them Afakasis in Samoa, and yeah, to be sharing that with them and for them to be telling their story through embodiment and dance is like, I don't know, it's a dream. Yeah.
Being a dancer and having opportunities to personify music and story, yeah, it's a really beautiful way of existing within the world.
It's the only way. It's the only way to exist. How's everyone
dealing with life? They're not dancing all the time.
The girls were helping me by sending me videos, and we were like on FaceTime just being like, what are we gonna wear? What is going to happen with this? What is the idea of this? So it was just like a collaborative process in terms of that dance stuff. Awesome. Thank you.
We would practice in the park in Lara, which is halfway between us. So I would drive for like 40 minutes. Fipe would drive for like 45 minutes. We meet in the middle and dance in this park. And the grass was really dry and uncomfortable. But we would just like work through the movement together, and the sun is setting and just all this light shining through the trees. And I think when we stepped out into the dress rehearsal and did that song, there was just so much mana. And it was all of that love and the words too. Like every time he was like, I feel you. I was like, I felt now. Yeah.
It's been a real goal, or just dream, more a dream than a goal, to play this festival. I've come a couple of times as a listener and as a punter, as they say. And honestly, just the mix of cultures, the standard of music, and the fact that you walk around and everything you see is incredible. There's so much joy in the festival site. It's in a beautiful area. And to me, I feel like this is probably one of the festivals in the world that my music would really fit. So yeah, I really wanted to play this.
He used to come to visit us, and then we would just record, I was just teaching him a song. He asked me if I could show him how to, a Samoan song. In the meantime, he was secretly recording our, so it just happened, and then all of a sudden he's playing it to people and people love it. And then we're doing a CD, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, it's really good. So, and then ever since then, that was what started.
I think one of the first gigs we did together, she walked straight into the venue at soundcheck. She walked straight to the green room and fell asleep on the couch, just get your naps in. And it's nice to see, it's nice to see your parents like in a setting, like with my friends. I have a different view of her, because it's always like, oh, hey mum. But now, we're hanging out and she's coming out with us after the show. She's like developing friendships with my friends. And it's really cool to see, just to have that.
Do you need anything? No, I'm done. I have three. Do you need to go to Foloi? I just keep saying to him, you just have to, go with the flow and, not too stressful at times. And then I think if, nothing is ever going to go wrong, it will just go differently.
Yeah, let's put them on for... I really like them in fire, so let's put them on for fire, Lima, Foloi, Lily.
There were a few things traditional that we did. That's what Fipe was doing in the beginning when she came and presented or put on Charles's, to welcoming and all that. And of course our uncles, the uncles.
The three of them have been hilarious. Just before the first show, they're like, we need new hats. You go find some leaves. And so they're making their hats, and this is quite normal for Samoan culture, but to have that, in the show is just such a, this is where lots of them, this is where I came from, this is where my music has been seeded from. So it's nice to have that, reminder with the uncles there.
I'm so proud of Bobby Alu. All these years that when we first started in 1983 from Brisbane, and then Bobby Alu, became a professional entertainer, and he carried on this tradition not only to us in his mother's side, but also to his the father's side. And I'm so happy. This is the first time I come together with my nephew, and it's very emotional.
Thank you. Yeah. Look at this. Royalty.
Let's signal an alert. My husband and
Foloi. Wafa'afetai, Wamali e mata e vai, Watasi lava oe, Watasi lava oe, Ilo nei fa amore mo. Patsia! Patsia! Hey, hey! Ho! Patsia!
We would like to pay our respects to the traditional custodians of the land that we meet today. We give our love and acknowledgement to the elders past, present and emerging. Whaftai tele lava. Yeah.
For me, it's the first song. You know, it's really hard. Samoa Sila Sila, it's really like that for me is a wave of emotion because it's like all the voices singing together. I'm getting goosebumps and like, you know, thinking about it. It's a real like, yeah, there's just so much around that song. That's the first song that I learned, and to see everyone singing it together and for it to be like signifying the beginning. Because straight after that song, then the dancers come out. And so for me, that's a really, I love that moment, yeah.
That particular song and hearing it and singing it, it's just like, you know, you are home.
Samoa Sila Sila, usile fa'apuponga, se ilang ila ubese, bese oma onga, bese fa'amala, uanu tilo ufatu, uata ila uipu, talu etu
Can I? Hey, incredible show, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
What's your favourite glue?
Hey, hey!
Oh, perfect.
There she is, and I've got my 2 grandchildren.
A long time ago, I had this thought. I really wanted to connect with my Samoan culture. I was born on the Gold Coast, guys, as you can hear. And, you know, it started with the song, and it started with this very song. And Mum and I, over the weeks, we would spend a day a week just learning new songs. And this one is called Siva Maya. It means we dance for a beautiful day. We dance up and down and all around.
Manaya means a good, a beautiful day. So you can make it actions whatever you think a day is. Yeah, when you're having a few drinks and you're in the mood, just make up your action as long as you go into the music.
Fale alili uma ioma o tapia
When I say Millie, everybody put your hands together. Doesn't matter. We call it vanilla. Everybody shout vanilla. Okay, Millie. Hey, hey.
It was 1985, so we were actually in Target shopping centre, browsing around, and guess who I saw? This beautiful Samoan lady here, and the baby in the pram. The baby in the pram. Look at ourselves, and then with a bit of smile, and walk past, and then we both turn around and
Look at each other.
And then I said, "Where are you from?" And she said she was from Samoa. And then I said, "Oh, do you dance?" And she said, "Yes." Yeah, and that was the beginning of our friendship. The baby in the pram was Charles. We danced with the Polynesian show on the Gold Coast, and we did a lot of cruise. There was canal cruises that travel around from, SeaWorld area, Surfers Paradise. We go to South Stradbroke Island. It was a lot.
Right then and there, they became best friends. They've been best friends for 40 years. They danced all through Australia as one of the first Polynesian dance groups in the 80s. It's my absolute pleasure to introduce to you Ake's daughter, my good friend Angelina Thomson. There is many of us Aussie Pacifica peoples moving around, and we feel so honoured to share our parents' brave stories and their culture while we navigate our own path. Lover, I'm calling you. Can you hear my voice? Is it coming through?
I cried because seeing this one, and then on top of that, the song that he wrote, that was, I think, released out yesterday for him to sing the song, and she was the one that danced for it. That's on top of that, I cried because special, watching her coming out. I feel like it uplifted me up. I feel like I am in here.
When I came out, and I knew mum and dad and my fiance were in the audience, oh my gosh, I came out for the lovers and I saw my mum crying and I was like, you need to pull it together because you can't cry on this stage. I looked at my mum and I was like, oh no, I can't look at her. I need to just keep smiling. So many emotions, and like that's a beautiful thing. Like it feels spiritual when you have those moments. And performing does not feel like that all the time. Like, gosh, you do not have many experiences where you get to feel like that.
In the night, sitting by the water, staring into each other's eyes.
I'm really grateful and honored to be, in this group. Yeah, I feel like I'm already in. We are living our lives now when we were young, the two of us doing the same thing. Yeah, it was very special. Us two meeting together at the shopping centre, it brought
all the memories back.
Here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
This connection wouldn't happen. We wouldn't be here if that interaction in the shops never happened. And that feels like destiny. Like that feels so magical, really.
Hold me close, hold me so. Take me by the hand and don't let go. I know, I believe that you're looking for something.
It's family, and chosen family too. So I've got my actual family, my mum and my uncle, and that I grew up watching them dance together, and to be sharing the stage with them is a true honour. And like thinking about the lineage of their dancing and their cultures all filtering down to this moment. And then I have friends that I've toured the world with for decades, and so that picture is just, it's a nice little melting pot. Like I thought, my music is happy and stuff, but I was crying the whole time, eh?
It's special to see the union with Foloi and her brother Dominic, and to be a part of that. And you see how it really hasn't skipped a beat. They're still very on together, and it's been an emotional thing for me. Yeah, because just watching Foloi is like watching my mom sometimes. So I get a little choked up when that art comes down.
I think it's emotional because of gratitude. I think we all feel so lucky to be together. There's so much like happening in the world, and there's so many ups and downs in life that when you do have those moments that you get to spend together, it's special. And like I think everyone really locked into like, this is really fun, this is a great moment.
Everybody clicked in, and we were all in sync within the event, and it's just one of the best events I've been, this is the first time me and my son has performed in a big concert like this.
I seen Auntie and Bobby move together and share the stage, and the vibration and the ripple effect of them coming together, and how that is so healing for the audience and for all of us that are tuning in. It's just magic, eh? And it gives hope to all mothers.
That's right.
All mothers want a Bobby.
I need to bring my kids next time.
Yeah.
Like, see this?
See Uncle?
He's singing with his mom and dancing. It is true. I'm not just making it up. That's what we do. That's how we do it.
Oh, it's every time I do it, I feel very emotional because I'm used to touring with my brothers and my cousins and the family, but touring with your son, I think it is another level and it's very special. And it brings back all the memories of my husband and I were doing that group like back in the 80s. And it's like we're really revisiting all that. And like bringing all the people together that we have now. Yesterday it was big, it was huge. And like everyone's sort of hear the story now of how everybody in the group sort of connected. Like, the dancers, the people that we met and who's related to who. I don't have any words to describe it. It's just the feeling is very deep and special. And I'm sure whoever watched the show yesterday, I think they could feel it.
This song we're going to sing is just about spending time together, enjoying our energy together. So let's do that together right now. Thanks for being with us, good people. Whawhataitelela.
Just wishing all the best at this wonderful event that we're all joining this time of life here. Continue on for better things, and I know it's going to become one of the most memorable things in my life, and I can never forget.
Thank you once again for an amazing concert and for us to be a part of. Manuia tele ia fuafuanga matiu te le awhenga iai nei aso. Alofa tele atu.
Mahalo. Mahalo nui loa. I'm so grateful to be here.
Yeah, first I love it. I think this is actually a dream come true.
Vietnam.
To be here with everyone, to meet such amazing family. Like, it feels like a family. It is a family. Nu'u Alu, the village of Alu. Like traveling together.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm very grateful to be part of this family. Thank you to Charles, to Bobby, and to Foloi, to be the queen and thanks for having me.
I just want to say thank you for bringing me along for the journey. And what a beautiful journey is this.
I think actually for the first, the first 10, 15 seconds, I had to close my eyes, I've played so many shows all over the world, done so many crazy things, but singing through tears is one of the hardest things because it's just all those emotions. And I think, I feel like once I kind of knew that I was here and I was grounded and this was beautiful, I could open my eyes and see everyone and see my family and my friends. It was, I'll never forget it.
Time.